Loud as hell, and my voice may sound like a little shitty. What?
I saw a cooked pig on TV.
The hell?
That's kind of creepy.
And yeah, my voice is gonna sound like a little bit weird. It's already starting to sound weird right now.
Sorry, I can't see anything.
I only slept for 5 hours.
That sucks, man.
Hi Fatima, I've been waiting for you to join the stream. I'm playing a horror game right now.
Hi.
And I'm kind of sick. So, it's a horror game. So we got it. Alright. Hold on, let me turn on the camera. I don't know how the fuck that's just gonna work. But you can barely see it on here.
Then just close your shades.
Oh fucking, my shades are closed. Oh. But that's, I mean that's good. You can see that, but.
Yeah. Dude, you always need to cover.
You know what? Just watch it like this. You can see.
Perfect. I hope there'll be a jump scare. I love that.
Fuck. There we go. There we go. Okay. Story of Edith Finch. Let's open this fucking book. What's so special about this book?
And I'm
A
sorry
lot of.
for that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning with the house.
Can you stop humming for a second? Can you stop humming for a second? Marissa,
What?
can you stop humming for a second?
Oh, okay, fine. That was aggressive balls.
Graphics are fucking
I lived
good.
here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oh, Jefferson.
What?
This person has played this game before, and it's called Do You Call Me?
I mean, I see
Inside
this
the
game.
mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent,
Bills?
open immediately.
Trust
There you
me.
go. Okay. Let's close that back up.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Damn. Oh, rip you, Fatima. I'm just sitting here. I'm fucking tired as hell and I'm sick.
In a will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Yeah. It's probably because I ate that whipping
Maybe
cream
she thought I'd know.
and dynamite yesterday.
Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Maybe she thought I know, or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. What?
Hi, Fatima. How you been?
Which fucking path do I take? Downwards path or the upward path? I don't trust any of these.
Go for the upward.
Yeah, fuck no, I'm not going down there, cause hell no.
There must be something down there. If you go down, then that means...
Fuck it, I'm going, I'm not a pussy. Fuck it, I'm going down there, I'm not a fucking pussy.
Oh, yeah. Be brave, strong man. Be brave. Oh! What the heck?
Is there fucking frogs here?
Oh, man.
I hate the
Oh my
forest, but
God.
okay.
I see a dead pig on TV.
The truth is,
The truth is,
even after I inherited the house,
Where?
I never thought I'd come back to it.
Poor pig.
But
Can
now I
somebody
have questions
get
about
me
my
a fucking
family and
lighter?
the house knew the answers to.
Is that a cave? Cause I don't know. I need a fucking lighter. I'm not going in that shit. So I'm gonna walk by. Cause I don't have a fucking lighter. How am I gonna see?
Jefferson,
Yeah.
try not to cuss like the whole day.
Okay. Try my best.
Huh?
Bridge. Don't tell me this bridge is gonna break on me.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Okay, that's creepy. So this is just the beginning of the game. This game is like 3 hours long or 2 hours long. I don't know. I'm not sure. So stay in the train, Fatima. Oh, I'm at Edith's Finch.
So I'm getting way too carried away of watching food.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming
So
about it.
good, it looks so good, but so creepy at the same time. But they had bacon there.
Hold on, Fatima. You're getting into good stuff in a second.
Ice Fatima.
And get ready for me to scream or something, cause I might
As a
get
child,
fucking
the
scared.
house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Yes, you can.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I
don't
knew
know
what
if
exactly
Fatima-
those words were. I was afraid of the
You
house.
sound very tired right now.
The house.
Am I the only one who's like wide awake? All you guys need coffee.
I mean, I drink coffee, but I drink coffee every day, but today I'm not.
I'm not allowed to drink coffee.
I swear to God, if I open this fucking door and there's a jump scare, I will legit yeet my controller across the room.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Okay, what's in the box?
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
It's all nice out. If it's nighttime, go back there. Go back at that area again. And something might happen. Oh no.
Like what?
I don't know, someone might be in there.
Dude, you're making me scared already. Jesus Christ, I don't trust the goddamn woods. I don't trust the woods. Okay, I'm scared. This is a horror
I
game.
do.
Yes, this game KGTM. I've seen YouTubers play this, but I don't remember anything. So let's shove my head in here. That flip.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Hold on. You crawled through the doggy door when you were 11? Excuse me?
What?
The power had been turned off the night we
I
left.
can't tell if this was Fatima or not.
Alright, what is it now? Is this anything here? No. All I can do is just walk around and press R2. So
For the first time in years,
wait, before I enter
felt
that
like I
door.
was home.
This was in 2010.
Oh wow.
Whatever. I'll just say how this house looks.
but instead of a family, memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Ching Chong?
Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
You ate your cat? Molly? What the f-
Wow.
I'm just gonna walk by,
Nothing in the house
pretend I
looked
never heard of that.
abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile, too many teeth.
Let's go upstairs.
Okay, wait, what does this do? Can I open it? Okay, I'm gonna explore this area first before I go upstairs.
Oh my god.
Bar.
Trust me, it's gonna be haunted once you go back in there at night.
Don't talk. Bar.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Seriously, are you telling me what's gonna go happen at night?
Yeah.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too
No.
surprised.
No.
when-
Don't fucking go in the basement.
What
No.
the heck? Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I had to
Even the
curse, but-
fireplace had a story.
No.
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Nice. But no, I'm not going in that basement. Just no. I already know what's gonna happen in that basement, and no, I'm not going in there.
Do it.
No. The key doesn't
It
even
was
work.
still a wreck from
You
the
have
night
to
we left.
explore everything in the horror house.
That's swear to God, after I play this game, I would be traumatized.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
At least when I'm used to horror stuff, I watch horror games.
So this Eddie's chair.
Eddie's chair.
Eddie's real chair. Yeah, okay.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
What do you think of playing like in the next stream? Do you copy? That's such a good game to play.
Do you copy?
Yeah, do you copy?
Fuck no. I didn't know that game. I already watched YouTubers play that. It's basically like Goatman and you're in this watchtower. Yeah.
Well, you gotta play it first.
After Milton disappeared,
To experience
Mom
it
sealed up all the bedrooms.
Why?
Then Edie retaliated and drilled
And
peepholes.
Mommy hiding porn in the bedrooms?
That means that's a word, cuss word.
It's not a cuss word.
Yeah, it is.
Calvin. 1950 through 1960.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7
That's
years sharing a
powdery
room with
dough
his dead
with
brother.
lots of mustard and... What is that?
I'm looking through the hole
Oh,
in the door.
looks like orange juice and then some apple juice. And just mix it up with all that mustard. Looks like corn relish.
780. Dunhouse, Stan Finch, 1954. Okay. And there's me.
Pork, beef, and bacon.
Okay.
The last time I was in
I'm
Edith's
sorry,
family
I'm just
room,
watching a cooking
I was
show
10
which
when she was
pulled
painting
out
my
my mind,
portrait.
but most of the stuff looks so good.
Okay. Juan ain't Mexican if he doesn't eat anything spicy that we offer him. Oof.
Same with
Gregory,
my mom.
okay.
If she
As a
doesn't
kid, I
eat
just assumed
anything
every house had
spicy,
peepholes and sealed
then
rooms we
she's
weren't
not
allowed
gonna
inside
survive.
of.
Oh, I know this
She
part. I know
she
what
likes
happens
eating
in this
spicy
part,
stuff.
guys. I'm not gonna spoil it, okay? I know what happens in this part. It's pretty fucked up. But okay.
Really? Oh, someone's gonna be in there?
Fucking these pics, man. These pics look creepy. I mean,
Really?
not all
I
of them.
can't see them clearly because I'm not there, but
I
okay.
know. My friend Bigfoot before.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Of course, they want to know because she's a bad celebrity.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
Barbara, 1944, 1960.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
She was a celebrity. What a weird house you have here. But the thing
It
is,
looks pretty cool.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
noise.
It's so bright blue.
Now what is
He always
this?
told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Secret passages. Let's go in. If it's not a hellhole.
Jefferson, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
What?
Turns out,
Is Fatima
my
in the
mom was
game?
really good at keeping secrets.
Team is in the stream.
Oh, I thought she remembered
Turn-
the game.
Turns out my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh my gosh, this is like
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What the heck, man?
Damn. Secret doors, man. Dope. Okay, let's pop in
Oh
here.
my god.
And
Reading
can you
this,
stop
maybe
crying?
it
Because
sounds
you're
like I
not a
had a
baby
plan.
anymore. Okay,
But I
what's
have
this?
no idea what was behind the door.
What was it then, huh? Well, time for you to find out. Oh, look. Mommy's Pornhub room.
Just like I had no idea how all this was gonna lead.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay, what is this now? Excuse me, you murdered a starfish? The flip, you murdered a starfish?
Wait, really? Hold on. Wait.
Okay, let's read about her book, Molly. I'm gonna go in and watch. Does Mira like spicy food? Do you like spicy food? Well, I'm gonna go in the story, wish me luck, and Molly's story now.
Oh my god, I'm keeping on this channel like
December
right now.
15, 1947. Dear
And
Diary,
once you end the
I'll be
stream,
gone soon, but I wanted
you
to tell
have
somebody
to go
about
on
what's
channel
gonna happen.
277.
It started when Mom sent me to bed
On
without
the
dinner. I
travel
woke up
channel,
and I was
and at 2
starving.
o'clock,
Wait, what?
Ghost Adventure starts.
Wait, what?
You know the Ghost Adventures?
Yeah?
It's on 2 o'clock
You have to go?
in the afternoon, in the late afternoon.
Late afternoon.
Yeah, at 2 o'clock.
Is that like night?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I looked around
Yeah,
for
and you have to
something
be
to
like right
eat.
on time unless you're gonna lose it.
Ooh.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Of course, your Halloween candy was all gone because you didn't get any candy. Did you have a hamster or something? And no, I'm not talking about
The
chicken.
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Nasty ass! Nasty, bro. You just ate a freaking carrot. That was your hamster cage with poop on it. Nasty.
Ew.
Nasty. That's just disgusting.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Molly, your creepy scientist because you've been dissecting starfish.
Wow. Poor Patrick.
I can't see anything.
Oh
Let's open this door. I don't trust bathrooms, but I'm gonna go.
no.
Yeah, I always look down in the toilet hole, and I'm so small. I'm so
What, are you
small.
scared of a
I
snake
kept
or a
eating
spider
and
coming out?
eating.
Don't eat the toothpaste. What?
No.
Excuse me. Why would you eat a toothpaste? Nasty. You just shoved the whole toothpaste down your throat.
Why? Same thing with that whipped cream. Haha.
I thought she was gonna toothbrush or something, but now she just took the, not the toothbrush, the
Minty's
toothpaste.
fresh right there.
She just took the whole toothpaste and then shoved it down.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Wait, she ate a lot of what?
A lot of food, random things she finds around her house, and she just ate these random berries, random wild berries that she
she's
doesn't
gonna
even know
die.
it's safe. And that's probably why she died.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna try to eat the bird. Don't tell me. Okay, let's go.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Okay.
I reached out for her.
Stop trying to fucking eat her. Jesus.
And suddenly,
What the fuck, you're
I
a
was
cat
a
now?
cat.
What the frick, you're a cat now? This is some sorcery shit.
Yeah.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Oh yeah, because you're trying to eat it again. You gotta stop eating birds. Unfortunately, she eats everything she sees. Okay, there we go. There we go, give me your spot, bitch. My bitch now? God damn it, I missed. How do I reach this bird? Hippity hop?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Hey. There's your mom and your dad. Okay. Because why would they look at you when you're a cat and they don't know you're a cat? They thought you were just sleeping until you started eating random shit.
Yeah, and you thought you would die.
This is probably why she died.
I'm not gonna catch that bird.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Of course. Hippity hop.
What
Where the hell is this bird at?
Like the little girl said?
Where's this bird at? Where'd it go?
Jefferson, it's nighttime.
I know.
Check in the basement.
Hell no.
And in that other room.
I'm basically, you know how you go through a stage of looking through characters past?
Yeah.
What? I can't check the basement right now.
Why?
Because I'm a cat. And I somehow became a cat. Because my character keeps eating random shit.
Probably those berries worked for me.
Yeah, those berries had drugs in them. I'll tell you what. Okay, now what? What do I do? Hey yo, I'm a small ass cat, bro. What's up? Let me hippity hop on this table. Excuse me? Oh.
There's a bird, there's a bird.
Give me your fucking toes, bitch!
She was getting really tired.
Wait, can you actually see what's going on in person? Oh, there's a bird. There's a bird.
Oh.
There's a bird.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
You just admitted you want to eat that mama bird. Why do you
I
eat
gobbled her up.
everything? And you're dead now. You're falling.
And suddenly, I was an owl. First,
You're an owl?
all I heard was the heck?
Excuse me. What? I thought you were a cat and now you're an owl?
Grass.
Okay. Okay. What the flip am I supposed to do here? Nope. What am I supposed to do?
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Okay. Do I grab one of it? Oh yeah, but yeet down, buddy. Flip. I can't see anything. Come on. It's not like a freaking plane where you can control a plane, but let's go. I got a rabbit.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine within my talons.
Oh my god, that's
Swallowed him up,
brutal.
And I didn't chew one bit. Then
You didn't chew.
flew off to find something bigger.
Okay. Don't tell me you're gonna get a deer this time. You're not telling me you're gonna get deer or something. Because I don't know how owls...
Rabbit.
Mama rabbit. Okay, let's swoop down and get it. Let's get it. Let's get his freaking bob and get out of here. What the hell is that? There we go. There we go. Poor rabbit. You're gonna get your
She
head
was
snapped
almost
by
too
the
big
owl.
to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
This is probably why she's gonna die.
Suddenly, I was a shark.
And you're a shark now? How does that work? Marissa?
Yeah.
How does being a shark work? And you're in the woods and you're a shark. You're a shark and you're supposed to be in water. How are you alive on land? How are you moving? On a... So weird.
I think that shark.
Ah,
rolled off the
snap my
cliff and
ass
into
on
the
the
ocean.
fucking... Whoa.
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Okay. Hungrier than ever. Okay. This is actually interesting. This story is actually interesting.
I thought it was a horse
That juicy seeds.
I mean, it starts to get scarier. You know, Barbara's story, it's gonna start getting scarier after Barbara's story.
Really? I would love to see that.
Why the hell do I feel like I'm playing an old school game, like controllers? I feel like I'm playing old school controller. Is that a seal? Oh my god, it's a seal? Oh, yes, so I got the seal.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
You think there's something mentally wrong with this child? Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's mentally something wrong with Molly.
First it was a little girl, now it was the cat, now it was an elk.
I know, right?
Got down tight. And when I was so
Nah,
weak,
poor
I
Seal.
jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything
What?
changed.
This isn't gonna happen. I know seals are horrible.
Oh, you're a snake now? You're a snake now? She's a snake now. She's a... What?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Where is he? Still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm watching Paranormal Activity, and first it was like a shiny light in the sky going fast, and everything like everything in the sky, creepy, and now it's like this person.
No. Don't tell me this snake is gonna eat a person.
No.
Don't tell me.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
If you eat this person, you're fucked up.
Yeah. She's a carnivore.
What the fuck? Did you just eat that person? Unfortunately, Monty is a mental
I wanted
person.
to stop it, but also I didn't.
Yeah, because you're mental, you're thirsty for blood. Basically, humans.
Yeah, she's bloodthirsty for like carnivore, omnivore.
Why does she like eating everything? Is she gonna eat beans as
Yeah,
well?
she's carnivore.
I can't even eat green beans without. This girl is going on a people spree, killing people spree. I feel like I done fucked up shit, but this.
It's just odd.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I saw something new. Something I had to have.
Oh,
So
what do
I
you have to
swam
have
towards
now?
it.
Don't tell me you have to eat sharks now. Oh, you're
I
still a steak.
slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Oh, pipe. I already know what's gonna happen. I don't even know what's gonna happen, but I feel like I know what's gonna happen.
Dude, I think your team's Slytherin.
Oh no. Oh no, Molly's gonna eat her family now. No.
Oh no.
Fuck no. Wait, is this the same place?
I
or-
got closer and closer.
Yep, that's her robe. She's totally gonna try to eat her parents now. Is that a baby?
Yeah.
Do not eat the baby. Is that a real baby? Okay, that's just a chair. I'm trippy. I'm one slithery boy.
All
Oh,
of
my stomach
started
started
growling.
growling. Look at the light. I
And
guess.
suddenly, I was me again. I
You
held
woke
my
up.
breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know.
Oh shit! Molly was dreaming of her being a snake, and the snake is under her bed.
Oh no.
Oh, that's how she died. She got eaten by a snake.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
I seen some fucked up ass shit, but
Best time.
nope. Let's move on to the next story. I'm gonna go in. Let's go take
I
this.
grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
And she was hiding her all porn somewhere.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Sure. I'm gonna get out of this room.
That thing's still haunted.
Cause I'm getting the fuck out of this room. Cause hell no, this room is just not. Can I open anything else? Let me try this again. After 4 or something?
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Fortunately, she ate a carrot.
With
Poison.
gerbil poop all over it.
Yep. Where the hell do I go through now? I don't know where to go back. You have to jump out the window.
Like how the cat.
Oh wow, I actually have to exit out the window. It's now starting to be nighttime. It's dusk.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
It's
Edie would
dusk,
have, but
so
Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though when
it's
we
almost about to
adopted
be
a stray
nighttime.
kitten,
So
she was the one who named it Molly.
Perfect.
yeah, let's go into this.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Damn, you had a lot of birds.
Well,
Damn.
there's like 3 birds.
When Edie told people
No, it's
Sven
like
was
it's
killed by
how
a
many bird
dragon,
cages are there? There's like
she could also have
1,
said he was
2.
building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
There's actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bird cages, but they all died. So
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
that's deep. That's deep. I want to move on to the next story.
Her room was like a museum.
Sure. What's this?
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Finches were famous for their misfortune and their fortune. Yeah, okay.
Odin Finch mourns the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
So I know the fact that this family has a curse, but I don't remember like the whole story. So
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Aww, I want a parakeet.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington
she's my
sent the
mom
house
and
Odin to the
birds
bottom of the
might
sea.
buy a parakeet
Wow.
and some fish. But 40-foot waves off the coast, or what? It's 1,000. Damn.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Oh, wow.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
So Odin died first, which was the person that created the first house. Damn.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's it. I guess I finished the thing. So
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Back to chewing on my tooth.
I don't know how this family's honestly I don't know how this family's haunted, but cursed. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I've been streaming for 34 minutes.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Damn, you have a go-out bathroom? Pink bathroom? I can't even see my own reflection. Oh no, this is the baby bath. Oh no, this is the
The
part
only
where the
trace
baby
Grandpa
dies.
Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
And I'll say
It
this
was
is
a
my
pretty
favorite
pink
place by
trace.
far because it's pretty light and it's not dark.
Yeah, true.
Oh no, this is the part where the baby. Oh fuck! All right, here we go again. Vietnam War flashbacks.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Children.
It's in the last place you would look.
It's in
If
the.
you're watching
Wait,
SpongeBob and,
there's a
like,
secret in the bathroom. It's the last place you would look. Wait, what's the last thing you would ever look at?
It isn't in the cupboard.
I don't know.
Can you guess?
It's hidden in this book.
The door?
Oh, what the? What? Damn. Damn, you have a key in a book? That's cool. What's this?
Oh, it
Sven
is.
gave Sam the old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Hey, what's up, Juan? You finally got in the stream. You've been missing out. You missed out, Juan. Marissa, stop humming.
Mr. Milton had been here before me.
I mean, you're not humming, but... Wait, whose room is this? This is Fort Calvin. Ooh.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked
Oh shit, this is the part. I like this story. I like Calvin's
I
story.
guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
I like this story. It's being an astronaut. And I like this story, so let's go in. But this story is also deep.
How I Want to Remember My
Hold
Brother
on.
by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Well, if I did not end the stream, so you can still see it, hopefully. There we go. So, yeah, this story is fun. Actually, this is not my favorite story. This story is fun.
Hey guys,
Huh?
post down in the comments below.
Eh. There we go. We're swinging on
My
a
brother
noble
said he'd
day.
die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Hold on.
At
This
Barbara's
guy's trying to be an
funeral, he swore
astronaut.
He'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
You know, this is me swinging on a swing trying to fly.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Hello?
I told him going around was impossible.
Marissa, you still there?
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Marissa? Marissa?
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe
Marissa?
he'd still be here.
Something's about to fucking happen!
I think he'd already made up his mind.
This kid is gonna yeet his ass.
That's what I want to remember about
You
my
know the
brother.
swinging part? Where he swings on the swing? So he flies? Oh shit! Oh shit! Hey, you're dead. Yep, you're fucking dead.
The day he made up his mind.
You're fucking flying, and that's when you die. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I have to work in the garage.
That's me.
Calvin's
That's me
story
when I
fits
ride on a
closely.
swing. I try to fly,
When
but I
was
fuck
younger,
up.
I remember
Wait,
trying
you
to do
break
the
the bone.
exact same thing.
Take it. I don't break. I never break the bone, but I sprained it.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Are you still there? Hello? Hello? You still there?
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Hello? You still there?
Ah, yes.
This room has a lot of secrets. This house.
Even a butterfly.
Yeah, it's a butterfly. I thought. Yeah. Flip this. Do you know what's going on? Can you see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Let's go in This room.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. I want to go
It's
to
Barbara's room.
do work.
Growing up,
It's
I
Barbara's
always thought
room.
of Barbara as a child star.
What the heck?
Yo, let's go. It's Barbara's room. Guess what? We're gonna read how she died. I mean, yeah. Are you ready?
Don't mind all that, yeah.
Are you ready to find
Of all
out
the
what
stories people
happened?
wrote about
Barbara.
Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this
Okay, this is the
one.
part. Oh, okay.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Okay.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
Okay.
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Okay, now I got 5 viewers on the stream. That's weird.
Current boyfriend,
Oh,
Rick,
that is very weird.
was about to demonstrate when...
Now
That's where it's
was a great
scream.
scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Something to wear
So
too.
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was...
Oh my god, now I have 6 viewers? What the hell?
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, that's what the key,
20 minutes later, Rick...
the box
had
is for.
returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Oh, okay.
She
Okay.
reached for the music box.
Okay. This is the part where I can actually play as Barbara, so.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Okay, let's go down here. And I already know what's gonna happen, so.
And imagine the worst.
You're gonna use this as a weapon.
Oh my god, that's
Can I hit stuff with it? Before I enter that door, I already know what's gonna happen, so I gotta go hit some stuff real quick. I always wanted to do this, but wait, I thought I could interact with that.
Face the music.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
What the? Okay. I can't see anything, so I'm just gonna keep walking. Okay, do I know this reference from Indiana Jones where dude comes out of river? I mean, not river, but I mean, the fridge. This better not be one of those references, so.
Oh dear.
I'm not scared at all.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And clearly he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. and the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edith's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edith, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edith said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edith's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. What? Am I gonna have...
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Does it sound like I'm done? Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dom. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. Reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. Sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. What happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want me to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it. I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room, except Louis. Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen Queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.